The film opens in near silence. A low wind moves across the Giza plateau as the first light of dawn breaks over the horizon. Three colossal silhouettes rise from the desert floor, their edges cutting into the orange sky with geometric defiance. For over 4,500 years, these monuments have stood in stillness while civilizations rose, flourished, and vanished around them. The pyramids are not ruins in the traditional sense. They are challenges. They are questions carved in stone. And despite centuries of study, excavation, and technological advancement, scientists still cannot fully explain how they exist in the way they do. The Great Pyramid of Giza, attributed to Pharaoh Khufu, was once covered in smooth white casing stones that reflected the sun so intensely it would have appeared almost luminous from miles away. Originally standing at approximately 146 meters, it remained the tallest man-made structure on Earth for nearly 4 millennia. Its base covers more than 13 acres. It contains an estimated 2.3 million limestone blocks. Each one had to be cut, transported, positioned, and aligned with staggering accuracy. This was not a symbolic monument. It was an engineering declaration. Mainstream archaeology places its construction around 2560 BCE during Egypt's Old Kingdom. The traditional narrative tells us that thousands of skilled laborers worked in organized crews, quarrying limestone from nearby sites and granite from Aswan, hundreds of kilometers south. These stones were transported along the Nile, dragged across the desert on sledges, and raised into position using ramps. The theory is plausible. But plausible is not the same as fully resolved. Consider the timeline. If the Great Pyramid was built in roughly 20 years, builders would have needed to place several hundred blocks every single day, without interruption. Not just placing them roughly, but positioning them with near-perfect alignment. The base of the pyramid is level within centimeters. The sides are aligned to the cardinal directions with astonishing precision, true north with an error margin so small that modern surveyors still debate how such accuracy was achieved without advanced instruments. The tools available to the ancient Egyptians were primarily copper chisels, dolerite pounding stones, wooden sledges, ropes, and simple leveling devices. Copper is relatively soft compared to granite. Yet inside the pyramid, we find granite beams weighing upwards of 60 to 80 tons. These beams were cut, shaped, transported, and elevated into chambers deep within the structure. The king's chamber alone features massive granite blocks fitted with precision that leaves minimal gaps. The relieving chambers above it demonstrate an advanced understanding of load distribution and structural stress. How did they lift stones weighing dozens of tons to heights exceeding 40 meters? Ramp theories attempt to answer this question. Some suggest a straight ramp extending outward from one side of the pyramid. Others propose spiral ramps wrapping around the exterior. A more recent theory suggests an internal ramp system concealed within the structure itself. Yet each model introduces new challenges. A straight ramp would have required more material than the pyramid. A spiral ramp would leave physical traces that remain unverified. Internal ramp hypotheses rely on subtle anomalies detected through scanning technologies but lack definitive confirmation. In recent years, modern science has attempted to peer deeper into the pyramid without dismantling it. Using muon tomography, researchers detected a massive void within the Great Pyramid, a chamber-like space previously unknown. The discovery reignited debate. Is this void structural? Symbolic? A hidden chamber yet to be explored? The pyramid, even under advanced scanning, still guards its secrets. Then there is the matter of astronomical alignment. The Great Pyramid is oriented almost perfectly toward the cardinal points. Some researchers argue that the internal shafts align with specific stars as they appeared around 2500 BCE, including regions associated with Orion's belt and circumpolar stars. Whether these alignments were intentional or coincidental remains debated. However, the precision implies not only architectural capability but a sophisticated understanding of the night sky. The surrounding Giza complex adds further intrigue. The pyramids of Khafra and Menkaure, the Great Sphinx, and associated temples form a layout that some argue reflects celestial patterns. The Sphinx itself raises additional questions. Certain geologists have proposed that erosion patterns on its enclosure suggest prolonged exposure to heavy rainfall, conditions more consistent with a much earlier climatic era. If true, it would challenge conventional dating. These claims remain controversial, but they underscore a recurring theme: the deeper we investigate, the more complex the picture becomes. For a long time, the pyramids were thought to have been built by enslaved labor. However, excavations have revealed worker villages complete with bakeries, breweries, medical facilities, and burial sites. Evidence suggests that the labor force was organized, skilled, and provisioned. They were not disposable slaves but valued workers participating in a state-sponsored national project. This shifts the narrative from oppression to organization, but it does not eliminate the engineering mystery. We must also consider the geology of the plateau. The bedrock beneath the Great Pyramid was carefully leveled, integrated into the foundation itself. Some sections of the pyramid may have been shaped directly from the natural limestone ridge. This suggests not just brute force construction, but adaptive engineering, an ability to work with the landscape rather than against it. It is important to draw a line between mystery and mythology. The idea that extraterrestrials built the pyramids captures public imagination, but it lacks credible evidence. The true story, grounded in archaeology and engineering, is arguably more impressive. It tells of a civilization capable of organizing tens of thousands of workers, managing supply chains across hundreds of kilometers, and executing a project of unprecedented scale without modern machinery. Yet even within mainstream scholarship, uncertainties persist. No definitive construction manual has ever been discovered. No detailed blueprint survives. We do not possess a step-by-step account written by the builders themselves. We have fragments of evidence, inscriptions referencing work crews, and archaeological remains of settlements. We have plausible theories. But we do not have total clarity. The pyramids endure not because they are inexplicable in a supernatural sense, but because they exist at the edge of what we assume ancient societies could achieve. They force us to reconsider our assumptions about technological progression. Perhaps history is not a straight ladder of improvement, but a series of peaks, moments when knowledge, coordination, and cultural motivation align to produce something extraordinary. As the sun begins to set over Giza, the stones shift from gold to deep amber. The desert cools. The pyramids cast long, solemn shadows across the sand. They remain silent witnesses to human ambition. Empires have fallen. Languages have vanished. Religions have transformed. Yet these geometric giants remain, precise and enduring. The real mystery may not be how they were built, but why we are still so captivated by them. They represent permanence in a world defined by change. They remind us that ancient minds were not primitive, but profoundly capable. And perhaps they challenge modern arrogance more than they challenge engineering theory. If you found this documentary exploration compelling and want more deep dives into ancient mysteries, lost civilizations, and the questions history still refuses to answer, make sure you subscribe to the channel right now. Like this video so more explorers can discover it, and share it with someone who loves uncovering hidden truths. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe we've fully explained the pyramids, or is there still something missing from the story? Your perspective might shape our next investigation. Stay curious, stay questioning, and I'll see you in the next documentary.